Have you ever wondered if your home might be quietly increasing your cancer risk? The couch you sit on, the soap you wash with, even the receipt you grab from the store. These ordinary things may be exposing your body to harmful chemicals linked to cancer, hormonal imbalance, and other chronic illnesses. According to research from the NIH, Mayo Clinic, and Harvard Health, Americans over 60 are at even greater risk. Aging bodies detoxify more slowly, making seniors more vulnerable to daily toxin exposure. If you're not careful, your own home can silently work against you. Let's start with the first item that seems innocent, but is actually dangerous. 1. Scented candles. They smell comforting, but what they release can silently poison your lungs. Most scented candles contain limonene, which gives that citrus scent. When burned, it reacts with air and turns into formaldehyde, a known human carcinogen. Formaldehyde has been linked to lung cancer, breast cancer, and liver toxicity. Phthalates, another common additive in candles, disrupt hormones and are associated with reproductive issues and early puberty. In children, they're linked to ADHD and behavioral disorders. And burning candles in closed rooms raises carbon monoxide levels, increasing dizziness, headaches, and nausea. Fix. Open windows for natural ventilation. If you must use a candle, look for unscented beeswax or soy-based options with no artificial fragrance. 2. Humidifiers. Humidifiers are popular among seniors for relieving dry air symptoms, especially in winter, but if not cleaned regularly, they can become serious health hazards. Within just 12 hours, harmful bacteria like Pseudomonas and Streptococcus can grow inside the water tank, even when using purified or distilled water. These bacteria thrive in warm, moist environments and multiply quickly if the unit isn't properly maintained. When the humidifier runs, it doesn't just release moisture, it can also disperse these microscopic pathogens into the air you breathe. Inhaling them may cause respiratory infections, asthma flare-ups, chronic coughing, and in severe cases, even pneumonia or sepsis, particularly in seniors with weaker immune systems or lung conditions. To protect your health, clean your humidifier thoroughly every 3 to 4 days. Use a solution of mild soap or white vinegar to scrub the tank, rinse well, and allow all parts to air dry completely before refilling. Never leave water standing in the tank between uses, and avoid letting moisture sit in the machine. These simple steps prevent bacterial buildup and ensure the humidifier provides clean, safe air, not contaminated mist. Proper maintenance transforms a potential threat into a helpful tool for better breathing and indoor comfort. 3. Dry cleaned clothes. Dry cleaned clothes may look clean and crisp, but they often carry a hidden danger, perchloroethylene, commonly called PERC, a chemical solvent used to remove stains. Classified by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency as a probable human carcinogen, PERC can enter the body through skin contact or by simply inhaling its vapors. Once inside, it accumulates in fat tissue, where it lingers and slowly builds toxic effects over time. Long-term exposure to PERC is linked to several serious health risks, including bladder, esophageal, and uterine cancers. Even short-term exposure can lead to symptoms like dizziness, headaches, memory issues, and skin irritation. Seniors are especially vulnerable, as aging bodies often detoxify more slowly. The danger doesn't stop at the dry cleaner's shop. When you bring dry-cleaned clothes home, they often still emit vapors. Trapping them in plastic only worsens this, concentrating the fumes. To reduce your risk, always remove the plastic cover immediately. Hang the garments outside or near an open window for 3 to 4 hours before wearing or storing them. This simple habit allows the toxic vapors to dissipate and protects your lungs, skin, and long-term health from a chemical you likely never knew was in your closet. 4. Thermal receipts. Every time you grab a receipt at the grocery store, pharmacy, or gas station, you may be exposing yourself to bisphenol A, BPA, a chemical coating used on thermal paper. BPA is a powerful endocrine disruptor, meaning it mimics hormones in your body and interferes with natural hormonal function. Research from Harvard and the NIH has linked BPA exposure to serious health risks, especially in seniors. In women, it increases the risk of breast and uterine cancer. In men, it can lower testosterone levels, leading to reduced libido and erectile dysfunction. BPA has also been tied to obesity, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes, all major concerns for aging adults. What's worse, BPA doesn't just affect you through food or drink. It can be absorbed directly through your skin, and thermal receipts have some of the highest concentrations. Repeated exposure, like storing receipts in your wallet or handling them daily, allows BPA to silently build up in your system. To protect yourself, say no to paper receipts whenever possible. Choose digital receipts instead. If you must handle receipts, don't crumple or hold them long. Wash your hands immediately afterward. This small habit change can significantly reduce your exposure to one of the most overlooked cancer-linked chemicals in daily life. 5. Antibacterial soaps. Antibacterial soaps were once praised as powerful germ fighters, but for seniors, they may quietly weaken your body's defenses. Many of these soaps contain triclosan, a chemical that disrupts thyroid hormone levels, weakens immune response, and even contributes to antibiotic-resistant bacteria, a growing threat in older adults with weaker immunity. The risks don't end at the skin. When triclosan mixes with chlorine in tap water, it can form chloroform, a chemical the EPA classifies as a probable human carcinogen. Even small amounts absorbed through the skin or inhaled in steam can increase the burden on your liver and disrupt hormone regulation. The FDA banned triclosan from over-the-counter soaps in 2016, but it still appears in some personal care and household products. Seniors are more vulnerable to its effects due to slower detoxification and existing thyroid or immune conditions. The fix is simple and safer. Use regular soap and warm water. Studies show plain soap is just as effective at removing germs, without the long-term risks. Check labels and avoid anything with triclosan or similar antibacterial claims. This one switch can protect your hormones, strengthen your immunity, and reduce your cancer risk without sacrificing cleanliness. 6. Non-stick pans. Non-stick pans make cooking easier, but for seniors, they may also increase long-term cancer risk. Many older non-stick coatings contain PFOA, perfluorooctanoic acid, a synthetic chemical that the EPA classifies as a likely human carcinogen. When these pans are overheated, or even lightly scratched, they can release toxic fumes and microscopic particles into the food you eat and the air you breathe. Studies show that PFOA is present in the blood of over 98% of Americans, and it doesn't leave the body quickly, it builds up over time. This exposure is linked to serious health problems, especially in seniors. It raises the risk of kidney cancer, thyroid disorders, immune dysfunction, and reduced fertility. And because older adults often have slower liver and kidney function, they may be more vulnerable to these effects. To protect yourself, check your cookware. If your non-stick pans are scratched, peeling, or more than a few years old, replace them immediately. Opt for safer alternatives like ceramic, cast iron, or stainless steel, which do not leach toxic chemicals. These options are durable, effective, and most importantly, they help you cook without poisoning your food or compromising your health. 7. Air fresheners. Air fresheners may smell clean, but they often pollute your indoor air with toxic chemicals. One of the most dangerous ingredients found in many sprays, plug-ins, and scented gels is phthalates, chemicals used to help fragrances last longer. These phthalates don't just vanish after use. They settle into household dust and linger in the air you breathe every day. Research from the NIH and Harvard Health shows that phthalates are endocrine disruptors, meaning they interfere with your body's hormone system. In women, this can raise the risk of breast cancer and hormonal imbalances. In men, Phthalates have been linked to reduced testosterone and fertility issues. Children exposed to these chemicals may face developmental delays, behavioral problems, and increased asthma risk. The danger is magnified in closed spaces like bedrooms and living rooms, where fresheners are often used most. To protect yourself and your family, stop using chemical air fresheners. Instead, open windows regularly to allow natural ventilation. Use baking soda or activated charcoal to absorb odors safely. Place air purifying plants such as aloe vera, snake plant, or English ivy around the house. These simple swaps can detox your air naturally without risking your lungs, hormones, or long-term health. 8. Plastic food containers. Plastic containers might seem convenient, but they come with hidden health risks, especially for seniors. Even those labeled BPA-free are not entirely safe. Research shows that many plastics still release estrogen-mimicking chemicals when exposed to heat, pressure, or acidic foods. These synthetic compounds behave like real hormones inside the body, disrupting your natural hormonal balance. The danger grows when you microwave food in plastic, especially if the meal is hot, oily, or acidic, like soup, tomato-based dishes, or fried foods. In these cases, plastics are more likely to leach chemicals directly into your food. Over time, this constant exposure has been linked to breast cancer, fertility problems, early puberty in children, and hormone-related disorders in both men and women. For seniors, these hormone disruptions can contribute to metabolic issues, inflammation, and increased cancer risk, especially since aging bodies are less efficient at detoxifying harmful compounds. The solution is simple but vital. Never microwave food in plastic containers. Even if it's labeled microwave safe, it's not necessarily health safe. Instead, switch to glass or stainless steel for food storage and reheating. These materials are durable, toxin-free, and won't leach chemicals, keeping your food and your health protected with every meal. Bonus tip: the risk compounds over time. Each exposure might seem small, but over decades, your body accumulates these toxins. Older adults have slower detox systems, thinner skin, and often take medications that increase chemical sensitivity. What seems minor at 30 becomes dangerous at 65. NIH research confirms that reducing environmental chemical exposure can lower cancer risk, reduce inflammation, and improve hormone health. Action steps: check your soap and candle labels. Replace plastic containers with glass. Ventilate your home every day. Handle receipts with care. Switch to safer cookware. These aren't luxury upgrades. These are survival moves for your long-term health. Because cancer risk doesn't just come from genetics. It comes from daily habits, daily products, and daily exposures. Clean your home like your life depends on it. Because after 60, it just might.